100 mil for who? It's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid. It's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid. It's the kid. It's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid. Guys, we're rolling back with Football Daily. Yes, I'm reporting from the fatherland. I'm still out here. I don't know for how long I could be out here for the next 65 years. Let's roll through. This Morata thing has been taking a long time. So the latest with what we have is that Morata is set to be complete on Thursday. We're hearing 60 mil for that crack cocaine. This needs to be done. This needs to happen because this is very important. We're hearing back and forth. Morata, he's flying back home early from a honeymoon. United are confident of signing him. Real Madrid are asking for a bit more. Maybe the whole thing with the asking price is all that is holding up this deal. But from what we know is that this is either going to be done on Thursday or by the end of this week, Alvaro Morata will officially be a United player, or at least he'll be taking his medical. That is what we're trying to find out. So, look, man, for United, I just think that, because again, you're looking at James as well, you're looking at potentially another player for Pogba. But I do think that if they get Morata, guys, that's a big player. I'm sure you would have heard me of how I've preached about Morata. I think this kid is legit. He is better than Benzema. Don't you dare argue with me. And him in the Premier League, in United, perhaps if they strike partnership with Rashford, if Mourinho plays that, could be dynamite. So, but keeping with United, they're still looking for Perisic, and apparently Inter Milan wants more money, so they've raised the bid. But apparently it's not what the asking bid is for. So Inter Milan asking for, I believe, 50 million, and I think that's in euros. So maybe short of just maybe like about 45 or 47. 45 million. For me, it depends. Put it this way. If United have that cash, gets Perisic. If it's stretching them, I do not know. But if they have the cake, get Perisic, because again, Morata, Rashford, Martial, Perisic, that's legit. That's some serious firepower. And I've always said that what United were really missing last season, apart from giving Pogba a proper midfield partner, is attack on the width. Valencia is sort of like a poor man's fullback, really. Damian here, Luke Shaw is overrated. So they never really had a proper attacking winger. So for Perisic coming in there, it will actually help United a lot. So I do think that that's something that they should focus on trying to get. Let's switch over to Chelsea. So first of all, John Terry, he leaves Chelsea. Villa. Strange, makes no sense. If I was advising John Terry, which I never would, there only three things: retire, MLS, China, MLS, retire. He said he didn't want to play against Chelsea because he couldn't bear the thing of playing against Chelsea. Understand him being a Chelsea boy ever since he was a damn fetus. So I get that. Villa, that's a massive step down. And I think, what's he trying to prove? I mean, what are you going to do in that one season that's going to really much do anything? And that's going to take the luster off your career from being this guy playing in Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues and World Cups, Euros, to Villa. It's him who are not going to sniff promotion. For me, that I do not understand that move. Let's stay with Chelsea. Lukaku. So Conte has now said that even if it takes 100 mil to get that crack, he wants to ride. Tricky. Chelsea's transfer thing has been garbage. Very bad, really bad. 100 mil for Lukaku. If, again, something with United, if the money is there, based on Chelsea's poor transfer activity, get him. Make it happen. Do it. Don't even think of the cash because it's stupid. It makes no sense. But fair enough, just do it. Because don't even think of the transfer fee, because if you think of the transfer fee, you're like, 100 mil for who? But the key thing is Costa ain't going to be there. Costa is going to Atletico Madrid. He's willing to even play no football for 6 months based off their transfer ban. So they need a striker. I thought it was going to be Morata. Obviously, that's not going to happen. There's no one else out there. Although I'll speak to him about it later. Chicharito would be a very shrewd, clever buy. But fair enough then. I mean, get him. Lukaku, 100 mil. Fair enough. Because Chelsea, it is imperative they get a striker. That has to happen. And but for Everton, you're really going to ask. Fair enough. It's. I mean, like if I was in that position and I could, I probably would. But 100 mil, fair enough. Let's look at Chicharito. So Javi Hernandez, West Ham are looking of getting Chicharito, Javi Hernandez. They're looking at getting Kelechi Iheanacho. They're looking at getting Chicharito because they want to pretty much improve upon their disappointing, underwhelming performance this past season. I've said many times that Chicharito is the most underrated striker in the world. Fact, this guy is a natural born goal scorer. He has excellent off the ball movement, and he is a dream for a winger who can cross, not Jesus Navas. If West Ham can get him, that would be a very good buy, because I see Chicharito fitting in very well in West Ham and how they play, getting crosses into the box with guys like Antonio Lanzini and so forth. But again, for Chicharito, I think because when you look at Leverkusen with Schmidt leaving and just how the club is heading, Brandt is probably going to leave there as well. The club is not really heading in the right place. What's it called? Toprak, I think they lost him as well. So for Chicharito, I think the Leverkusen ship that's sinking. So if West Ham come, I think Chicharito should chill, because I do feel that he can do better than West Ham. But if West Ham are the only deal on the table, it's definitely a better place to be playing under Bilic than what is happening at Leverkusen right now. So Chicharito should definitely consider that. Let's talk Milan. So Donnarumma, again, this whole thing, it continues to happen. Donnarumma, what's happening? What's he doing? How's he riding? So he says that he's going to reject PSG and he's going to sign a new massive AC Milan deal. Two things. First of all, yes, please come to your senses. Tell Raiola to piss off and do sign a new deal, because I would advise you staying with Milan. Do you deserve a bumper new deal? What have you done? You're a young keeper who still hasn't proven yourself. Did Milan play in a Champions League final? Did they play in a Coppa Italia? Did they play in a Champions League final? How many big, massive games did they play in? Not a lot. So, I don't get that. So, Donnarumma just needs to eat some humble pie. He needs to really digest and eat some humble pie, because I think this guy's getting a bit too big for his shoes and needs to really calm down and first of all earn his stripes for demanding a huge, massive deal and holding a club for ransom. But let's look at Milan right now. So Cahlanoglu has, I believe, speaking of this, has completed his medical and has joined AC Milan. And this is just part of a massive, huge rebuilding process that is happening with these boys. So they have bought Ricardo Rodriguez, Frank. Shout out to PSG's Life for tweeting this at me. So they signed Ricardo Rodriguez, Frank Kessie, Fabio Borini, Andre Silva, Martin Musacchio, and Hakan Cahlanoglu. They're re-upping. I'm liking what Milan are doing, and this is this. I mean, especially because I'm going to do a separate video, but specifically for Cahlanoglu, he's a player in which he's been hot and cold. But same thing with the Chicharito, he had to leave Leverkusen. The Leverkusen project, that's now heading to nowhere right now, and the guy's already leaving the sinking ship now. But I do feel that Cahlanoglu can bring more creativity to Milan. I believe he can make them a lot more, give them a third dimension in midfield, because I think they've been a bit too predictable. Good play, nice passing play, but too predictable, and there's not enough kind of variety and a bit of, you need a bit of an unpredictability. And I think with Cahlanoglu, I think with the way he can drift out wide, come in the middle and find space, I think it just gives Milan more depth. That's what I was looking at. I think it will give them a lot more depth in the midfield, which is what they're looking for. You need some depth and you need some varieties to be able to really find different ways in unlocking defense. And I think for Cahlanoglu, perhaps maybe his football will actually increase as well, because I think he can definitely improve, because a lot of aspects of his game that needs to get better, he needs to be a lot more influential within a whole 90 minutes, because there are times when he can be a bit quiet. But I do think that this is great, because I think it's about not just him as a whole, but how he complements the other guys in there, like Bertolacci, Bonaventura, and so forth, and the other guys that they can bring in, hopefully. But this Milan thing is looking at. All right, guys, see you for the next Football Daily with all the latest transfers and news tomorrow.